Hi Georgetown, my name is Bayley and I'm a junior in the MSP. Today I'm going to answer some questions you all have been posting on the Instagram account. I'm really excited to share more about my Georgetown experience. So this question was, how easy is it to find an internship at Georgetown? So obviously finding a good internship requires a lot of hard work. It requires you to take initiative, but Georgetown provides a lot of resources that are super helpful and pretty essential to professional development. So there's the College Career Center. I've personally gone to the Career Center for resume reviews, for industry advising, to meet industry professionals, to go to coffee chats, to meet with Georgetown alumni. And then within the MSB, we also have a business-specific career center that I've utilized a lot as well. So although finding an internship isn't exactly easy, Georgetown really sets you up for success and gives you a lot of resources that are there if you take advantage of them. So this next question asks, how do you keep up with your extracurriculars while being virtual? And I think that's a really good question because student organizations are a huge part of the student experience at Georgetown. So actually my experience with that is pretty unique. First of all, I'm a tour guide, and obviously we aren't conducting tours right now, seeing as I'm not actually in DC. But I've found ways to stay engaged with the community through the mentorship program. So we did hire new guides this semester, and they're currently going through training. Also, instead of giving tours, have opportunities to speak on student panels for the admissions office. So still being part of the effort in showing prospective students what Georgetown means to us, but just through different avenues. I'm also a board member with Georgetown Global Consulting, so I'm actually the director of professional development this semester, and my role has revolved around compiling online resources for students who are going through recruiting or just general career discernment and networking processes, also planning events, panels, and trainings and such for the club. And I know our director of membership has been working tirelessly to come up with ways to get us to socialize with each other outside of project team meetings, so that's been really interesting. I'm also a coordinator for the Build Pre-Orientation program in the MSB. Obviously conducted our pre-orientation virtually over the week before new student orientation, but throughout the semester we've held bi-weekly rebuilds to keep everyone engaged in the community. That's involved virtual corporate visits, also social hours and resume workshops, preparing for club applications, preparing for spring registration and stuff like that. And then lastly, my a cappella group, obviously we haven't been able to do traditional music rehearsals over Zoom, but we do meet about an hour a week to kind of catch up with each other, and they're just social hours for the group. And we've found software to record all our different voices and then record videos to put some of our repertoire into a digital archive, which has been really fun, hearing our voices mesh together even if we can't sing together in person. So this next question asks, what are some things you wish you knew about Georgetown? I'm assuming before I came here, so I definitely wish I knew about the plethora of opportunities that exist at Georgetown that I need to seek out. So coming in as a freshman, there are already so many doors that are open to you, so many connections waiting to be made, and so many opportunities waiting for you to seize, and you just have to go and take them. So I applied for things my freshman year that I thought I would never get in a million years, but if you demonstrate your passion and your interest, there are a lot of cool things waiting to happen at Georgetown, and I wish someone told me that because it took me a while to really open up and step outside of my comfort zone and think that I was capable of applying and introducing myself and speaking up and stuff like that. So the next question is, what's something that you were really looking forward to before you got to Georgetown? And definitely I would say the idea of living in DC really excited me, and I've taken advantage of that numerous times through exploring new cafes and restaurants, exploring the food scene in DC, but also attending music concerts, going to museums, heading into the city as much as I can, taking advantage of events and speakers that come to Georgetown. So definitely fulfilled that part of my goal. And another thing I was most excited about was meeting all sorts of new people. And the connections don't just stop with peers, they're with my professors, with my deans, with employers at the school. So I definitely would say those are the two things that I was most excited for, and I definitely think I took advantage of both of those. So I've taken a lot of interesting classes at Georgetown. I would say one course that stands out to me is Asian American Literature. I took it my first year as my humanities requirement. It was just a really interesting class. I loved the literature we were reading, and we watched films, we watched TV shows, and we listened to podcasts. We had creative ability to kind of like take our final project in the direction that we wanted to. So it was an English class. I got to hone my critical thinking and writing skills, but also I really enjoyed the conversations that were happening, and the professor was really awesome as well. And my favorite course that I've taken in the MSB would probably be my Principles of Marketing course, because it was an overview of the major and I loved it so much that I decided to declare my major in marketing after taking that course. So this next question is, how was the transition from high school to Georgetown? I think I learned a lot within the span of a few weeks when I first got to Georgetown in terms of living independently, learning how to effectively manage my time. A problem I ran into freshman year was spreading myself too thin because I was so excited about all the different involvements at Georgetown. Being open to meeting new people and asking for help when you need it, seeking mentorship, are all things that I learned and I'm continuing to learn during my time at Georgetown. I think in high school, I thought I was really sure of what I wanted. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted to study. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted as a career. But since being at Georgetown, through the core curriculum, through the MSB core courses, and through my extracurricular involvements, and just through the people I've been meeting, I've explored a lot more. I've learned a lot more about myself, my interests, and where I could see myself in the future. If I could go back to high school me and do it all over again, I wish I had been less like dead set on what I thought I wanted, because that changes so much and it continues to evolve. So I think I've done a pretty good job of staying open-minded since coming to college, which has really helped me find my true interests and true passions.